Hey guys, how you doing? Gary Wood, SwolNeck Outdoors. Know it's been a while. Had a very busy off season. A whole lot of things going on. My apologies on the video, on the delay. Deer management. I hear a lot of guys say, you hear the guys say in the clubhouse or out in stores or whatnot, I killed that old ugly doe. She won't doing no good for us, and things like that. And I just kind of shake my head and just go about my business. Don't say nothing or anything, but yeah, he was a young buck, had an ugly rack, had to get him out of the herd. He won't gonna do no good, or whatever. I hear these stories all the time, and guys, that's a huge mistake. Okay, one, just like this property here we're hunting, had an old doe last year. Okay, hopefully she's still around. I want her here. I mean, she's old. You could just tell she's worn down. Okay, she had 2 fawns last year. 2 fawns. Okay, so she's packing my herd up. Okay, don't get rid of the old does because you think they're lethargic, they're not doing you any good. Another thing she does, she brings all these other deer back to where this feeder is. She knows where the feeders are. She knows where the mineral blocks are, everything. So she's like a hometown girl, like us country boys say, all right? So we want that to stay around. She's gonna lead, guide, and direct the younger deer where to go, what's the best time to go, things like that, right? So we want to keep the old does in here. Now let's talk about the young ugly rack bucks. I've seen them too. I mean, good God, I killed a very ugly 6 out here. It was a meat situation. It was a very parse year, and that little old 6 walked out, and I took him. But I didn't want to. I just needed a meat per se. But if you're looking for the huge bucks, okay, and if you want to manage your herd to create huge bucks, don't just kill deers because they have an ugly rack. Okay, just don't do it. What do bucks do every year? They shed their antlers. Okay, if you have a big older buck on your property and he's got a very ugly rack, then you're not doing your job for him. Plain and simple. Okay, you're just not. So you need to get out. I'm out here at the property today. We just put our salt blocks down. Okay, 2 50-pounders. So we got those busted up, covered up, put a little fairy dust on the top, and secret weapon I'll never tell. But put a little fairy dust on top, and we got the 2 cams up over them just so we can see what kind of action we're getting off of them. Last year they tore the deer cocaine up down where the other one's buried, but got the cams out, found another piece of another interesting spot back on the farm, so may have to explore that. I'm gonna put a cam up there, see what kind of traffic I'm getting, what time they're coming through. I have a feeling it's late night, which won't do anybody any good. But your bucks, okay, they shed their antlers every year. Okay, so get out here, put your mineral blocks down, put your salt blocks, whatever you're going to use down, and really work to get those bucks nice and mature like you need to. Now, I'm going to skip Memorial Day weekend. I'm taking my beautiful wife, Lisa, down to Myrtle Beach for a little bit, have a little fun in the new 5th wheel. But the weekend after that, I will have my auto feeders up. Okay, so in your auto feeders, don't just throw, corn or whatever. Early season, you need a 25-75 mix. Okay, and what I mean by 25-75 mix, I like to use Purina Antler Max Deer 20. Okay, I'll use 25%. Like my drum holds, it'll probably hold a 200 pound, but I put just about 150 pound of feed in it, and it'll last me for about a month. That's 2 feeds, 10 second early morning, 10 second late evening. But I mix that 150 pound or 200 pound, whichever one I decide to go with, but I'll mix it 25% protein Antler Max and 75% corn. Okay, and the reason why I do that, so it won't clog up my spindle that throws the feed. Okay, but also if you throw a lot of that protein, I'm gonna tell you guys, I experienced this also. If you throw a lot of protein down on the ground, first rain that comes through, you're gonna see little mold patches all over the ground. So you don't want to stay away from that. Just throw enough protein to entice them, get them around. That salt block's nearby, he's gonna get a whiff of that, and you're gonna be on your way to turning that little old tiny ugly antlered buck into something you'd be proud of. Okay. Case in point, the 11 we took last year. I got pictures of him when he was a 6. He was a nice 6 now. He won't huge or anything. He was a nice North Carolina 6. And, you know, you guys saw what he turned into, nice 11. So, but yeah, and that's what we do down here. We don't kill nothing just because it's ugly. We may have to kill to get meat, especially if it's a parse year. And, you know, as of right now, there's nothing in the fields. They've dissed it from after the corn, but that was like back in January. They've done nothing for putting anything down. I got a funny feeling it may be peanuts, which would be awesome. Had peanuts, I think 2 years ago, and had a very good year that year. So don't just kill your deer to be killing them, guys. That's really not a good situation. But nurture your deer, man. Get out there, put the mineral blocks down, throw your protein early season. Now I'll come off that 75% mixture about the middle of August. Okay, about middle of August, first week of August, somewhere through there, and I'll just start throwing straight corn. Okay, Mule City feed. If you're here in North Carolina, good corn to toss, baby. Out of Benson, North Carolina, Mule City feeds. So shout out to Mule City feeds there. Purina, don't know what we do without you with your Antler Max Deer 20. Awesome stuff, great stuff. Got my nephew going to hunt with me a little bit this year. Awesome job there, Sebastian. Can't wait to get out here in the woods with you and teach you as much as I know. And we went and picked up his bow yesterday, his first time bow. So he's a little excited about that. But yeah, we're out here at the land. I'm gonna pause this video. Well, I'll keep it rolling and we'll talk while I'm going down here. I'm in here on the quiet ride today, guys. I'm in here on the golf cart. So I'll give you a little look at what we got for the salt block location. Okay. If you see here, this is a little pasture area that's kind of right behind one of our stand locations. Pasture area opens up to the field back there. Front field runs across the front. Okay, so got a little pasture area. They normally walk in. Let me see where I'm at here. Right next to that tree. They'll take that little tree and run to the lower field. That's where all the action typically is. But I know they're coming from this direction here, back across the fields, back over there. So, but right here is where we put one of our salt blocks down this morning, so you can see. Okay, we got her in the ground. See a few little pieces of salt spread around here. But yeah, what you want to do is dig your hole. I'd say probably 3 foot wide, maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 inches deep. Or not 3 foot wide, I'd say probably 2 foot wide, about 8 to 10 inches deep, and you know, get it nice where to hold your salt block. Throw your salt block in, take your maul. I took my axe maul and busted it up. If you hit it just right, something's crawling all over me here. But if you hit it just right in, you know, quarters on that salt block with the edge of the maul, it'll break it up nice and, you know, in quarters. Then take your hammer and just fine bust it up. Okay, bust it up as fine as you can. Then after you're done, you know, getting it as small as you can, take your maul and just tamp it. Just tamp it, kind of bust it down even a little bit more. Cover your dirt back over. I don't pack it down. I just rake it over nice, and I mean, you can see, yeah, I walked on it a time or two, but right there is actually where the block is. So you don't want to tamp it down, just rake the dirt over it. When the rain comes in, it's going to turn all this. I mean, they'll have this just pawed back. It'll look like a bunch of hogs have been up in here. So sprinkle your fairy dust when you're done. You know, just get a little action going on the side. And they'll smell that salt, guys. They'll smell that salt for miles away, okay? Now, the good thing about this spot here, yes, it's wooded, it's secluded, it's back up off of everything. You can see the field back over here, back behind me. So it's back way off the road. Very nice secluded location in here. I used to hunt this little pasture years ago, about the first year or two, and saw deer in it all the time. So they're definitely coming through here. But their water source and bedding area is probably, from where I'm standing, I'd say is probably 300 yards away, back behind the lower field. So very good. I think this is going to be a very good salt rock location here for, you know, for anything the younger bucks. Let the younger bucks, they're going to come through here easily. Big materials, they're not going to step out in this. They're not. They're not going to chance the upper field. You know, the location as it is, it's not secluded enough. This is kind of sort of secluded, but not enough for a mature buck. Now, he's going to hit that one down there, no problem, okay? So I'm going to hold this video. This will be part 1 of herd management. And we'll stop this video here, and I'll pick you up down at the lower field, and we'll go through some things down there. Hang on for a minute, guys. Tune in for part 2.